This happened at my old house when I was very young. There were other things, but they were all pretty minor. A little backstory first. The previous owner of the house was a nice old woman whose husband had died in the house sometime before she decided to sell. Anyway, this happened when I was 5 years old. Sitting on my bed daydreaming, waiting to be called for dinner. Suddenly a thought pops into my head. Can't remember exactly what it was, but I remember repeating it to myself in my head. The thought starts repeating on its own. It gets louder and louder to the point where I can't think about anything else. Become extremely terrified. All of a sudden I hear the thought outside of my head, like someone is shouting it directly into my ear. It was literally just "Hey Seth" and then a bunch of gibberish. Bolt out of the room screaming. I told my mom about it many years later and she told me that there were a few times when she heard me upstairs screaming for her as if I were in pain. Every time she'd run upstairs to find that I was asleep. Because a lot of it happened when I was very young, I don't remember it too well. I would have weird dreams, by which I mean dreams that might have been unusual for a 5 to 6 year old. I don't remember them all very well, but I'll describe the one I remember best. Wake up in my bed late at night. Frustrated because I'm having trouble sleeping. Grab my blanket and head into my parents' room. Lay at the foot of their bed. I didn't like sleeping between them because it was too warm, and fall back asleep. Wake up on a cot in my kindergarten classroom. It's nap time. Confused because I was literally just in my house. Suddenly start to remember the events leading up to nap time. Surprised that I actually fell asleep during nap time because I never had before. Go back to sleep and wake up at the foot of my parents' bed. I'm still not completely sure whether I was at school or at home, but whatever, it was pretty weird. Also, it's worth mentioning that a couple of times when I slept with my parents I saw a hazy dark figure walk out of their closet and sort of rummage around the room before either leaving or returning to the closet. I once described him to my dad as the night mailman because he was a shadow wearing what looked to me like a mailman's hat. That's probably something I dreamt, though.